The rest of the world got used to, they do their thing, they do whatever they want to do in their own interest. But then they come to Africa to just line us up and tell you do this, do that. They say democracy, and we start singing that as well, even without understanding the meaning. Because for them, when they say, we want to bring you freedom, democracy, you must do this, you must do that. Fine. It's a good sound bite.
One Africa, one government, one currency, one army, one love. Go Africa.
Yes, one Africa, one government, one army, one love to all of us. Kings and queens, greetings to you all. You are welcome. I was listening the interview of President of Rwanda, President Paul Kagame, with one of the journalists from South Africa. It was shocking me whether we, the people of Africa, we can achieve Agenda 2063, or if this, what Kagame is saying, will continue. I don't see whether we achieve the Agenda 2063.
But you want to go into a partnership with other parts of the world before you even do the minimum on your side? Before my country is put in right and in a good order, then before our region comes together, and the continent needs to come together, whether it is through the regional groupings or the continental level or the African Union. I don't see that happening. We meet there, everyone is for himself.
Yes, everyone is for himself. That is according to the observation made by the President of Rwanda, President Paul Kagame. Kings and queens, do you see the light future for this continent? So from there you can understand how Africa is disorganized. Africa is disunited. And that's why sometimes you hear that some countries have decided to withdraw from a certain organizations. Why? It looks like they see nothing is going on. They don't see the future. It's our duty to make sure that we bring this continent together. That's why we are talking about the unity of this continent. Maybe people don't know the importance of coming together. Of course, this needs political will to see how we can come together. But kings and queens, especially young people, we have the duty to bring this continent together. Without doing so, we'll continue to mark time here without moving forward. I think Africa, we have learned nothing from the history. Let me take you back to the 1884 to 1885, when the Europeans came together, divided the continent of Africa. They spent almost 4 months in Berlin, sat in Berlin for 4 months and discussing, making plans, strategy, how they are going to conquer Africa, militarily, politically, socially, through religions. After that, what happened? They came to Africa, they conquered Africa, they divided the continent, and they succeeded to colonize Africa. So what I want to say, Africans, we have been invited in many of these summits. What do we need to do before going there? Let us sit here in the continent of Africa, in Addis Ababa, in Abuja, wherever in the continent of Africa, and having a strategy, having a plans that we are going to speak with China. We are going to speak with China in these terms. If China want to do business with us, must follow these terms. If America want to have a business with us, want our resources, must follow these terms. whether America want uranium in Niger, whether America want lithium in Zimbabwe, or oil in Angola, oil in Nigeria, they must follow these rules. But what is happening right now, we have been invited individually. So we go there, as President Kagame said, we go there individually. So we don't have a common mission as Africans. Just imagine, AU is invited. Then these individual countries are also invited. You see, in the side of the summit, there are small summits with individual countries. And that's what they are doing. Of course, this is another division. You know, this is another sub-Berlin conferences. What is going on right now is sub-Berlin conferences. And I hope maybe the young leaders who are coming right now, they will try to change this. Our elders have been doing good jobs, but we need to do more in different ways. We need to engage the rest of the world with new ideas, with new tactics. You know, when you become invited, it means those who are inviting us, they're already prepared. They know what they're coming to speak with us. They know very well that I'm going to speak with Africa, but in Africa, I'm going to speak with Eswatini. I'm going to speak with Botswana. Botswana has diamond. So I will welcome all leaders, but I'm going to speak direct to Botswana about diamond. I'm going to speak with the Congo about lithium. I'm going to speak with Ghana about cocoa. So you can see how there are so tactics. So kings and queens, it is sometimes paining, but you have to speak it. That we need to change, we need to come together. And one thing that is costing Africa is unity. We don't have unity. We are so disunited. We are so divided. And that's why you see we accuse one another. When even in the big summits, you see we show our fingers to one another. So that must come to an end. We are Africans. We need to work together. We need to come together.
They are also telling us lies about things they say, their nations are founded on, they are leaders, they are the champions, and when they come to tell you to do what they want you to do, all they mean is just putting you in a position where you are answerable to them and where their interests are served, minus your own interests. They leave you naked. Your interests are not served, theirs are served, but with a good message. You know? So, but if they have this good message and values they so much talk about, why do they even have their own problems internally or among them?
Yes, I hope kings and queens, the president of Rwanda, His Excellency President Kagame, has finished everything in this summary that we are serving the master, we are serving those who are telling us what to do. That's why in the beginning I was saying we're going to achieve the Agenda 2063. If you lead those goals in the Agenda 2063, and now we have left with almost 39 years, if it is not 40 years. So you can see, are we going to achieve by this situation that we have? We are still serving the master. We are not coming together. We are disorganized as the people of Africa. How can we achieve the Agenda 2063? That is my question at the beginning. But all in all, we can achieve if we decide to achieve. But we need to come together. You know, one thing that is keeping Africa in the backward, in the backbenchers, is because we are not united. And this disunity is very, very, very important for others. If you come to the issue of trading, just imagine, Africa, we are trading these individual countries. We are trading with other foreign countries and ourselves. You have heard about the way we are importing food. We are importing fishes, everything we are importing, even things that we have here in the continent, we are importing. Why? Because we are so disorganized. We are talking about adding value to our resources. We are talking about stopping export of raw materials. Instead, let us build or process here in the continent. It has become difficult. Why? We are not organized. So we need to come together. That's why I was saying that when we go to the summits, we go somewhere else to meet with the rest of the world, or to meet with our partners, our fellow Europeans or Americans, wherever in the Asia. We must have our own agendas. We must have our agendas on the table, that we are going to have conversation on natural resources or in industrialization with the people of Africa. We are offering this, and you have to offer this. You have to do this, and we are going to do this. But if everything is waiting for others to tell us what to do, it means, as President Kagame said, we are going to left our agendas. At the end of the day, will remain naked, and nothing will have been done. So, kings and queens, let me not speak for too long. I'm happy that the message has sent and delivered to the right people, and let us distribute this message, the message of unity, the message of working together, the message of peace. You know, we need to have a peace in this continent. By having a peace, you can have development, because peace has become a difficult issue in some parts in this continent. That's why I move back to the issue of Agenda 2063. One of the things that was supposed to be silenced in Africa is guns, but by the year 2020, but till today, we have not succeeded to silence the gun all over the continent of Africa. Kings and queens, have a nice time. Keep safe. Protect yourself. We need you in building the Africa that we want. Thank you for your time.